Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Jonathan. This is from Kettlehead. So Kettlehead is out of New Hampshire. From what I understand, they've been open about going about like 5-6 years. This is Sidetrail, a collaboration with Trillium, and this is out of New Hampshire. So yeah, New Hampshire pumping out some great beer that we'll see. I don't even know if it's great beer yet. The ratings seem good. Citrus, Sabro, Zappa, double IPA. This was canned about three weeks ago. So white fresh. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. Spiegelau. I got the IPA Spiegelau glass. The in-laws got me the whole set. I don't know if you guys have probably seen it. Total Wine. There's like a stifter kind of glass. There's one of these, and then there's like what else there? Oh, there's like a wheat. Nigel, get out of the shot. Sorry, like the cameos are absolutely fantastic. There's like two glasses that Nigel, get out of there. The two glasses that sort of look similar to this, but like a wheat beer glass and a stout glass. But this is the Spiegelau for the IPA. Yeah, it smells great, doesn't it? It's hops. All right, come here, bud. Sit here. All right, let's check out this side trail. Uh, mm, Beer is like peachy. I would guess this was a fruit beer. It honestly has a little bit of this kind of like what's the color of that? It's like not quite. What is that? It looks like a gummy worm, but like a peach gummy worm. I don't know what that color is. It's a weird color. How do you guys? It's flesh tone. You know what? Like if you've ever seen like ballistics gel like people, looks a little bit like it's flesh colored. That's what it looks like. You know, like a dummy that like you punch at a gym or yeah. It's a weird color. It's like fleshy color. It's so weird. Um, Not completely opaque, a little bit murky, but interesting. Let's see this. Smells pretty good. Smells familiar. A little bit of kind of peach ring thing going on. Citra. Got that orangey tone to it. I like this glass. Pretty good for aromatics. Head retention, head creation, pretty good. Like kind of like oat wheat kind of thing. Definitely that kind of like pale oat cracker thing. I'm not exploring too much of that glass, but a little bit of fruity ester in there too. Okay, I mean that's not close. Right? Yeah, that's not close. So out of the four, I've reviewed four hazy IPAs or New England IPAs, what I call that Jonathan set so far. This is easily the most drinkable. It is very tame. This does not. Oh yeah, candy, it's right on there. Oh yeah, no problem. This does not taste like 3 weeks fresh. I would have guessed this was like 2 to 3 months fresh. hmm It just doesn't. You know, there's really not much of a front palate here. Um, it's nice. There's not too much of an kind of like neutral oat wheat cream thing. The malt is obviously pretty pulled back. Like there's, these beers really have a stripped down malt flavor to really allow the hops to shine. The water profile is quite nice. There's a savoriness to it instead of that kind of really intense, kind of chalky, sticky thing. I want to say this might be a little bit sodium high, and then possibly a little bit. I mean, a little bit uh, sulfate high. So, because the bitterness sort of is accentuated, it's a little bit of like accentuated sulfate quality, and there is a roundness to the beer that, again, calcium or sodium does add. So I guess that is like calcium chloride, right? Yes, CaCl is calcium chloride. Honey, salt is calcium chloride? No, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Calcium chloride is what you use to sort of bump up the malt profile, or accentuate malt profile like hazy IPA. Sodium profile. Sodium chloride. So I'm sort of tasting that in this beer. Yeah, there's like a light melony thing going on. They also tasting those on Untapped or the website, whatever. Talking about the Sabro, the coconut. None of the Sabro character. Again, I don't. It's really not been hot in Florida. Actually, when he said this, it was really nice and cool. I mean, we're back like we've had some cold weeks here. I will say like it's back up to warm. Like we're in the middle of like January right now. The highs are in like the 70s. Like I'm sweating ready. So beer is quite tasty, drinkable. So it's very drinkable. It just doesn't have like, again, we're here for IPA, right? We're here for hops. Hops are really not there. You just get a drinkable kind of like, sorry, on the back end, get a little bit of bitterness, so some of that IPA quality, and then get a little bit of like green polyphenol thing. So what you're getting is like a super drinkable 8% non-aromatic, hoppy, not really aromatically nor hoppy beer. So sort of like a imperial Weiss beer that has like, it's like almost like a dry hopped Weiss beer, imperial Weiss beer, with a yeast profile, right? Like a little bit of melony character in here, but like for 3 week fresh beer, really doesn't accentuate anything. The hops are really hard to look for, but most important for me, it's a drinkable beer. If it was, I don't know, I don't know what's wrong with it. Like excuse me, DO pickup in the can possibly. Um, Again, it tastes like it's like when I'm gonna push it and say that it almost tastes like it's like at least 3 months old, just not 3 weeks old. So drinkable, but like I don't know, like doesn't really. The whole point of it is hops, right? Rating wise, just because it's drinkable and so tasty, or not so tasty, but like at least very drinkable. I give one of those beers high. You see, it's a crazy balance. Like this is where the reviews get weird. So the last one I reviewed was the Dancing Gnome. I think it was a couple of days ago. Jesus Christ, what is that? Oh, I don't know what that is. Anyway, um, sorry for the distraction. So the Dancing Gnome was high impression, so like I at least want to drink the flight out of it. This I could drink more of, but then there's less reason to, if that makes any sense, right? At least that beer smelled great. It had attractive qualities to it that like sort of like, okay, I can get through 4 or 5 ounces and it like and it does its job and like it's hoppy and it's aromatic, it's tasty, all this cool stuff, and despite the all flavors. Here it's like I can drink it, but like what's really the point, you know? So honestly, because it's not really impressive, I'm gonna give it around the same rating. It's like it has drinkability, but like it doesn't really do much for me. Try again. 84. 84, Sidetrail, Trillium, Kettlehead. And by the way, shout out to Kettlehead, 84. But I will recommend it. They apparently have 2 locations now. They can find the menu and all that stuff. I tried to look both on their Facebook and their website. There's no about like, especially like someone like me who's like actually wants to geek out about your brewery, like say something cool. Like I'm doing a review of your beer. Let me say something cool about Kettlehead. I don't know anything cool about Kettlehead. They have no story. Like I don't know when the brewery was built, what the story is behind it, any cool facts, like anything cool. Like it's like, well, I used to be a engineer. I used to be a blah blah. Like anything interesting, like owners, like head brewer, like what do you focus on, what kind of style thing you're doing. Like they just have a bunch of pictures, a menu. I mean, the simple stuff. Like you want to see pictures of the food and beer, and you want to see the menu, the tap list, blah blah. But like Hmm. I can tell you nothing about this brewery. So, oh, Sidetrail is pretty cool, by the way. This label has like, again, it would be cool. Hey, by the way, our brewery is built by like some trails. I guess this is parkour area, park center. Like, there's woods, there's New Hampshire, it's nice. Like, you talk about all that cool stuff. I have nothing to say about this. I don't know what this means about the park trail and this little map here. Like, no clue. Like, they don't talk anything about it. So, 84. Until next time. Cheers. Marketing later.